What's up, everybody? This is CatDad checking in right before Sothebys Natively Digital 1.2, the 53 lot and 19 collector digital auction that'll be all inclusive of NFTs. I'm very excited for this experience and being selected among some of the greats in the NFT space. It's truly an honor to put MoonCats front and center in the NFT world after we've been so underlooked for such a long time. And I know it's an incredibly dense valuation structure with MoonCats because it's almost completely community driven. And so I'm going to try to give you guys some insight as to the CatDad lot that is being sold at Natively Digital, the three MoonCats number 10, number 183, number 220, and the special boutique item. I hope you guys can make it to the end because I think this boutique item is very historic, as some people may not realize it now, but there are some things inclusive of this boutique item that's first across many different spectrums. So if you guys haven't checked out the interview with Digivitar, who was the designer for the boutique item in this auction, I advise to check that out or click the link above and fast forward to about minute number 40, where we go over the boutique item and we can add some insight from his perspective. But I'm gonna give you guys the insight of my perspective. And I'm recording this on Sunday, October 10th. And at this point in time of recording, the auction has not been listed on the official Sothebys website. That's supposed to be in a few days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this entire spiel. And then at the end, I'm going to attach a review of the website when it goes live in a few days. And so this entire video will be inclusive of two different parts, recorded on 2 different days, but it just covers everything Sothebys. So without further ado, let's get started. As we know, Sothebys made this announcement here the other day. So if you haven't seen it, you gotta check this out. First, I want to say, how cool is that, CatDad? Right there, front and center. And right here, you see 2 MoonCats, right? You see mine, which is number 10. And then this Genesis MoonCat, which is being sold by 888. He has 3 that he bought and purchased for 288 ETH total, 100 ETH, 100 ETH, and 88 on the day of rediscovery. So this is 2 different collections. It's really, really awesome to see. So basically the champions and the builders. I like what Sothebys is doing here, where they're basically saying that the people who are included in this auction are all the NFT collectors who basically went through the rough and figured out this, the archaeological dig that was happening, and figuring out the rarities and figuring out what is worth something, what's a floor, and cutting out all the fluff. So then we can present these to some of the collectors who have, we'll just say, deep pockets, and they would like to have these relics and store them in their vault or display them or utilize them in any other fashion. So really, really cool that they are including us in this. This is the tweet, and actually got a lot of love. Look at that, about 150 retweets, 250 likes, and they included my name. They didn't include the boutique item here, which was a little unfortunate, but that's okay because we have our own marketing purposes for it. So cool. But it's cool. This was actually one of the most highly engaged, one of the most highly engaged tweets out of all of them that they had. I think it was only behind like Rare Pepe's and 888 and maybe one other. So the MoonCat community came out really hard on that. So here we are on OpenSea. Here's MoonCat number 220, right? So it's the 221st minted cat ever. And the reason why I say that is because there is a number 0. So some people aren't aware of that. This cat is a green or teal pouting tabby. As you can see, come down here to the properties tabs. 2017 tabbies are probably the second favorite coat pattern outside of pures, and it has a twin, so there are some other aspects to it that give it some slight rarities. But the most important part of this is that it's mint number. Day one cats is a popular narrative where all of the cats that were minted the first day, which was August 10th, that there's up to mint number 491, which I'll go over in a little bit. So this is inclusive. So this cat and number 183 right here, as you can see. So they were all minted on the same day. Just this one came a little bit before, is a purple shy spotted MoonCat. So the shy is the expression. There's no mouth, and it's similar to this one is a pouting. As you can see, it has the 2 pixels here and then the 2 pixels under the eyes. And so you come down here, you look, it's pretty much the same description. Sorry about that. But just to show you guys, you see normal MoonCat ID. So the MoonCat ID, this hexadecimal was actually its DNA. So all of these numbers and letters have a specific match to their expression, coat pattern, pose, color, and so on. So these are pretty cool aspects to receive this cat. The cool thing about both of these cats is they were actually rescued by a OG who was here since day one, obviously. And this is shout out to the AI artist, or Xenophis is what he goes in the Discord and went by beforehand. He has been here since day one, and he came back to the Discord on rediscovery and gave us a lot of insight. So I just have to give a shout out to the homie. As you can see, OG day one. He's believed in the project and held on to these guys for 4 years until rediscovery. And what's even cooler about this is this Reddit post. So this is where MoonCats were posting about their contract and the project back in 2017. As you see, this was August 13th. And so this was posted by Midnight Lightning, who is now a Ponderware dev, but at the time was not a dev. And so he wrote a whole discussion about what the technicals behind MoonCats at the time. As we know, they were ERC20 when they were first created, first generative project, first project that had a naming feature to it. And this also says, I put this in the video that's going to be displayed at Sothebys, that it was the first naming feature. But I came to find out that the ENS guys messaged me and said that ENS was actually created, I believe, a month before CryptoPunks. But since there was like an update, it's kind of gotten lost between when it was actually created, and it was kind of like tucked under the rug. And we had a discussion about like domains and naming features, where in domains, you have to have a name written into the NFT and then it's minted, where MoonCats, you have all the cats that existed and then you minted the name after as a customization. So those are the 2 distinct differences. And I guess it's a little bit of a spectrum per se, but that's kind of where my thoughts are on that idea. And if you have a different idea on that, you can definitely comment below. But you can see right here, Xenophis 4 years ago. This is a great analysis of what goes under the hood, Ponderware, any thoughts? And then you had the actual Ponderware team come in and give a description. So this shows that his OG status, because this is what he went by before, and this is what he goes by in the Discord. So shout out to the homie who sold me these over the summer, because he saw that I was a contributing member to the community, and number 183 was actually his first ever rescued cat. So if you love stories and you love narratives, and as somebody who used to own an antique store, I do understand that the story behind all of the items that a collector is buying is very important. So I wanted to give some details and some backdrops on those 2 items. And then we go over to the big bad boy itself, Sothebys. This Sothebys boutique item and MoonCat number 10. And so what I want to show some people, because they have some confusion with the boutique items, at any point in time, you can have this you can have the boutique item removed. So if you want to hit hide accessories and then just have this beautiful blue cat, this beautiful blue shy tabby sitting here, you can have it displayed. But the reason why I showed this is this boutique item. First, the boutique items are fully on chain. So, and they're the first that I've seen, maybe I could be wrong, but the first on-chain accessories that allow you to customize NFTs. And so Sotheby's actually gave us permission to put their name on this. So from my understanding, this would be the first, or one of the first ever digital assets that are branded by Sotheby's, stored on the blockchain. And so this is a first in the MoonCat boutique store, which is the first of on-chain customizable assets of an existing NFT collection. This is the first big name brand in the real world that has been, that we're going to have branded in the boutique store. And so this will, and then this boutique item is owned forever by this MoonCat. So my guess is that the narrative behind this is that this will, MoonCat number 10 will always be known as the Sothebys MoonCat, because you have this iconic vintage rendition or depiction of the 1958 where is it? So here's the original image. So you could see the similarities right here, right? So pretty close, especially because with the pixel art, and to mint this was very expensive. It was about 0.3 ETH to just even mint this onto the blockchain. They have limitations to where they can only allow 8 different colors because of the data storage limit, but there's a lot of Easter eggs in this. So we did this rendition, and this is from the 1958 evening sale in London, which is now a mainstay of the art market. So this iconic auction is now what they do within many auctions, a lot of the auction houses across the world. So not only are we combining this perfect collaboration of the past analog world or physical world into the digital world, but now it's stored on the blockchain forever. So what is this worth? I don't know. Is this going to give it a premium? My guess is it would. To me, this is like a completely historic thing that's ever happened. And I believe that boutique items are going to be duplicated into many NFT projects across the space, and it'll probably in the future become a common occurrence. And this will be the first ever name brand or real world boutique item stored on the blockchain. And it's being sold at an auction, the first ever MoonCat auction. Whether my auction or 888 is first is to be determined once they release the schedule here in the future. But it's just a lot of firsts. It's a lot of history. If you're a vintage nerd, or if you see this as a relic, like I see this whole entire thing as a relic. And so we really wanted to do something very special for this. So the 11th ever minted MoonCat, which is number 10, I want to give you guys some ideas of like what the price is. And, you know, maybe I'm shorting myself. Maybe I'm shorting myself by giving you guys extra information, but I just believe in fair education, and that rewards are returned to those who really add insight and honesty to this market, where it's very easy to just be anonymous or pseudonymous and hide behind a screen and not have anyone know your identity. So 2017 MoonCats, they all have a premium. Obviously, the floor right now is 1. And so the 2017 floor is generally about 4 to 6x, depending on the momentum of the regular floor. And there's about 3,365 2017s. But then once you go up a level, right? So now we're up right here. These are all day ones. The day 1 floor, so mint number 491 and below, is 13.5. So you're trading at about 3 to 4x from the 2017 floor. And that's what all of these are day ones, right? So you're going to say the floor for these two are 13.5 at the time of this recording. But let's see if we could find a number that is down in the 200s. So you say 15 right here. And then is there a 100 anywhere that comes up? And these are just based off of, so 100. So 25 for the ones that are in the 100, and then 15 floor for the one that was in the 200s. So what's that, about 40 ETH or so? But then it's also packaged within MoonCat number 10. And so I just wanted to provide some clarity and context as to like what these different things mean. And now we're going to go even more down. And so as you see, since MoonCats are originally ERC20 and they had to be wrapped to be sold on here, some of these low mint ones that are below 25 don't even exist on OpenSea or for sale. You can see MoonCat number 170 is 172, and then MoonCat 0, the first one, 1337. MoonCat 17 is 50, 16 is 500. But if we take off the buy now and see how many of them are actually acclimated to begin with. So you have 14 out of 26 potentially sitting in here in the top 25. So you see number 21 was bought for 31. Mr. Moo is mine. This was at the time, was the highest non-Genesis purchase. And Mr. Moo is also the first named cat. So that is a beloved cat of mine. So you can see you go down and there's some different numbers. A lot of people don't want to sell. There's mine. So there you go. 39 ETH for number 12, which was about a month ago. But now if we go over to the original adoption center and you look into the top 20, you have this Cheshire that's 64 ETH. And then you have number 5, which is 128 ETH. And then 256, 512, 1337. And these ones right here in the top 5, they haven't changed since rediscovery. I believe these were actually what this price was even before rediscovery. So you could potentially say that these prices will never change or that the wallets hasn't moved. I haven't really checked to see the wallet, but these haven't changed values at all over the last 6 months and before. So what does the price of this whole entire collection be? Who knows? And here I want to show the Genesis cats that are here as well. So you see the price floor is 120 ETH for these. But let's just go to recently sold just to kind of show what's been happening down in this space. So this is the Logan Paul Genesis cat, which is 160 ETH, and 888 is selling a white Genesis cat. So we'll see if it equates to that value. So you see there's been a run up recently. This was the one that I sold Pentoshi about a few months ago, Darth Kitty. And so also if we go back to the day ones and we show the previous history as well of some of these prices, just to give you guys an idea of like how to evaluate these things. So we had a 14 sale, 8, 6, and then you have a 15 and a 5. Where else are we going right here? So you see the prices kind of like run up pretty fast. Before it wasn't that much, but up until right before the auction and when Sothebys announced that they're going to have it, people began to realize like there's a day one collection and the price began to run up just a bit and everyone began to price them accordingly as the first day one generative NFTs. Like that's pretty historic. So the low mints are beginning to catch up to the Genesis cats. They're not quite there, but they are beginning to gain some steam. So it's very exciting that Sotheby's has gave us this opportunity to auction off this iconic piece. Like, oh my God, I almost wish I could just keep this myself because it's such a cool and iconic opportunity. I thank Sotheby's, Michael, for allowing us to have this opportunity as CatDad to be among this prestigious class. The auction is going to start here in the next few days, and hopefully, regardless of what the price and the outcome is, it's good for the community. Regardless if some people that are more the decentralized maxis tend to think that you could probably sell these higher to just crypto native people through something like OpenSea, but I think this item is going to attract some traditional buyers. This is me speculating because people who have been buying from Sotheby's, and Sotheby's has been selling things for literally centuries. So they understand what historical value is. And those people who've been buying from Sotheby's, not only do they have deep pockets, but they have deep loyalty. They've been buying from this place for probably, their family's been probably buying there for decades. And so Cats is easy, first cat NFT. And then having the Sotheby's name, people as loyalists will probably look at this and say, hey, this is maybe a huge opportunity that we should look at. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention too, if you look in the background, see this MoonCat right here? See, there's a MoonCat right here. There's faces. There's actually 17 MoonCats in the background of this boutique item. And that is because MoonCats were created in 2017. So also just a cool tribute to MoonCat. So a lot of Easter eggs in here. Shout out to Digivitar for absolutely crushing it And I thank you guys for following me along this crazy journey. My Twitter account's been going absolutely insane. I've been having fun teaching people about MoonCats, being very patient because we knew one day that MoonCats would be here to stay. So now the next part of this video is going to be me going over the website once it comes out in a few days from this actual recording. So I'll be wearing a different shirt or whatnot, but stay tuned. MoonCats are absolutely here to stay. We're a historic project. It is technically complex. I get it. And the evaluation system is completely community driven. It's very similar to Rare Pepes, where the character cats and the early mint rescue years and all of that was decided upon by the community and not introduced by Ponderware. As many of you are very familiar with the newer NFT projects where they're based off of 1 through 7 traits or whatever number, which makes it easy to identify where the rarities are. Here, it's a little bit more subjective. It's historic. It has a nostalgic feel. And that's why I am just in love with this project and the community as well, as we're all little geeks out here. So we're about to fast forward here into the next video, going over the website, and let's get ready for Sothebys. It's going to be a very iconic sale and big for all of us, no matter the outcome. So let's do it. All right, we are finally here. A few days later, today is October 24th. Sothebys has finally launched the catalog to their newly established brand, Sothebys Metaverse. And I do believe that this is going to be their digital NFT blockchain-based branding for their future sales from here on forward. Because look, this is a whole new Twitter account. So they have it dedicated. They even created a Discord. So here's the announcement video today with the catalog, which is the same from the previous. And here is the actual website itself. They have another 1 minute long video, which is showing the evolution of Sotheby's and the auctions to where they are today. Excuse me. Here are the collectors. So here's CatDad, right? This is the picture from my OpenSea account. And we get to see all of these other ones, right? Steve Aoki, Paris Hilton, you got Seed Phrase, which is supposed to be like one of the rarest. CryptoPunk, 888, super popular. Jamie Lupify, Pranksy. So to be Whale Shark, to be a part of all of these different people, or to be alongside is very awesome, very iconic. So I'm very grateful for that. Here are the lots that you can see. So opens October 18th. Beginning at 7 a.m. and ends at 7 a.m. October 26th. So we could see the order. I don't know so much if the order even matters since it's all completely digital and they all start at the same time. But it's still cool to see what else is happening, right? Rare Pepes, which I collect, CryptoPunks, iconic, Crypto Kitties. So there's multiple Curio cards, which just sold for like 313 ETH, that complete set at Christie's. So we'll see. That'd be interesting to see if it goes over there. 888 Genesis Cat. Here we go. This is super exciting, to be honest. We haven't seen a Genesis sale since Logan Paul's 160 ETH buy, which was maybe a little over a month ago. So we see a lot of artists. Shout out to Cool Cats. I think this is their first auction appearance. And here we are, my lot, the CatDad lot. So it's separated into 3 separate lots, right? We have number 10, which is accompanied by the boutique item, number 183, and number 220, all of them being day 1 items, as I explained previously. So we'll just scroll through and just see some of these other lots, some of these other artists that are being sold and collectors who are collecting. Some cool art. Personally, I don't know how to judge art. That's why I haven't dove into collecting these different art pieces. But, oh, that's Elon Musk. So that's pretty interesting. A collab. Let's go to my page, right? Here's my face as you see me recording. This is my bed. I'm in the same studio. So this is pretty cool biography that they wrote about me. I actually did not write any of this. So this is something that Sotheby's came up with, and it's pretty on point. I'm just talking about my history with the antique stores and what I see, how I view the antiques and the vintage NFTs. Programmable historical value is a tagline that I use a lot. Gamified social arenas is also a tagline that I use fairly often. So now we could dive into the collection itself, where Here, we'll click it. The only thing that's unfortunate is they did not display the boutique item right off the get-go. So you have to click here and you have to, I don't know why this is going so slow. And you have to click here to see the boutique item itself. So this is assigned to MoonCat number 10. It'll be with MoonCat number 10 forever and ever and ever. It is owned by MoonCat number 10. So this is the token ID. It has the smart contract, my collection. You have to get the estimate. I guess you have to email them to get the actual estimate itself. Oh, 7:57 a.m. is when it ends. So if you go over here and you click to the right, then it gives a little description, right? And this is a Ponderware quote. Here is about the lot. We wrote part of this and they added a little bit different. So right here, the 1958 Sotheby's evening event auction that took place in London. That's what the boutique item takes over or is. It is. Why can't I think of the word right now? Right? It's God. Everyone's gonna shoot me for doing this. I can't even think of the word commemorating. I think that is the word. So this goes into the description. If we go up one, or no, maybe we have to go down one. Okay, sorry guys, this is a little bit all over the place. So if you go down one, then we could go down to the next lot, which is MoonCat number 183. So same exact setup as before. You could click to the right. They have a little bit different of a description over here on the left-hand side, but then the right-hand side stays the same. And we'll go down one more just to close it off with MoonCat number 220. Same idea. Go over to the left, right? Estimate upon request. The same ending. Oh, this one's 7:31 a.m. So it looks like the minutes are staggering. So that's cool. I'm sure that's some sort of marketing strategy on Sotheby's end. So again, edition 1 of 1. All of these day one MoonCats. So I'm very excited for this. This is going to be amazing for the MoonCat community, for myself. You can click on my Twitter account to come follow me. Yes, I am a real person. I'm a MoonCat collector, also known as CatDad. Today I have MoonCat number 10, number 183, and number 220. So there you go. You guys can watch all of it if you'd like. I'll probably need to update my picture at some point in time. Here we go, right? 4 days away from the auction starting. My guess is that it's probably going to start off very slow and then will gradually increase over time. But who really knows? There's only been a handful of these. We're all just winging it. We're all just having a good time. And but we all come to the same conclusion that NFTs are not going away. They're digital. These are digital artifacts, digital artists who are paving the wave of the future as these digital entrepreneurs. So once again, CatDad, I'm going to keep this short. I'm going to cut it out. You guys can watch the rest. Stay forward. And we'll be giving away a Cheshire Cat here pretty soon. Only 10 YouTube subscribers away until that giveaway is ended. Man, more than grateful. We'll see what happens with the rest of Q4. Big days. We're making history. And I'll see you guys on the other side of the auction.